Number 29, Swamp Thing.
I don't know enough about Swamp Thing. I just know he's a weird man in a forest or weird like entity connected to the green. Like it
Like vegetation type.
yeah, it doesn't do evil things. Apparently it might have had a thing with poison ivy, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Tebelo and Zuko, do you guys remember the cartoon series that aired in the 90s?
Swamp Thing had a
Yes, I
cartoon
do.
series in
That
the 90s?
Oh yes, and a
Yeah.
terrible intro song. Oh
yes.
God!
But
Oh
it took them
God!
forever to
No!
make a T'Challa series. Wait, what is happening?
No!
The
No!
Green
Delete
Man got
the
a... Oh,
song.
okay, wait. It's DC. Never
Delete
mind.
the song.
Still.
I
Basically, it was
hate.
like a doctor that fell in a lake
Oh
or
God!
Oh, yeah.
He
Why did
fell
the
in
song
this
have to
thing.
come back
So
to my
basically it
head?
was
like a toxic river.
yeah, then a
Okay,
toxic
let's just
thing.
talk about this
So
placement in
yeah.
this list. Let's just talk about this placement in this list because there's no way Swamp Thing should be 29 and Deadpool is 40. What is happening?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
true.
was asking. Like this is doing
That's
too
true.
Cal
much.
Jordan was what, 52 or something?
So basically, Deadpool I think was 40. Okay, Green Lantern is 41, and I think Deadpool is 45. Yeah,
Ranked higher than Astro Boy.
but for some reason, Swamp Thing is 29, and
That
not
And
doesn't
Sorcerer
that,
Supreme.
that doesn't make like Swamp Thing fans. You know this bruh is like he just made one hot cameo in Werewolf by Night. He also had a TV show that aired in Australia that was
but it got
shot
canceled.
in Australia.
It got
No, no,
canceled.
no. It
No, no,
got
no.
and it was
There's two.
brilliant.
There's
And
two. So
Netflix.
there's one that got the canceled. That's the one that Kevin's talking about, and there's another one that came before it. Look it up. It was shot in Australia.
Oh,
Or
how many
something.
Okay.
seasons?
I
No,
think.
one season.
Let me tell
I
you
think
something.
9 episodes. I think.
Let me tell you something. The only reason it's gotten this far in this ranking is
I'm
because
actually disappointed with Okay, sorry, go ahead, Tabelo.
I was saying the only reason it's up here in this list, this high, is because of that annoying PlayStation game, Injustice League. That's the only thing that makes it make sense because it's the only time this character has some sort of relevance to this day and age.
What happened?
He's a playable character in that
Injustice.
game. Yeah.
Wait, is he playable in Injustice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
In the
Swamp
first
Thing?
one. Yeah.
Do you guys know the Marvel equivalent of Swamp Thing? I think it's
Man Thing.
Man Thing. And I think the story is like
Wow, that is
Man
such
Thing
an
and
original
something.
name.
Man Thing and Swamp Thing were created by roommates.
Oh, he is playable in Injustice 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You always see him there with a little bird flag flittering out in his fingers, and he's always saying some deep shit about I must defend the green. And then Poison Ivy was like, the green answers to me now. I was like, fuck you, bitch. Round one.
Anyway, I was just saying that I think
What dubbing was that?
when
What dub was that?
were created by
Clearly the
roommates.
copyrighted version.
So these guys stayed together. They were roommates, and they came up with similar ideas at the same time. One took the idea to Marvel, and the other took the idea to DC. I stand to be corrected, but I heard something about that along those lines. So
It's giving Sasuke Naruto vibes.
I copied your homework type vibes.
Yeah,
It's giving Facebook.
It's giving Facebook and MySpace.
Okay, so do you guys agree that it should be on this list at all?
I haven't seen him do enough, and I don't know anything about him.
No, I don't. Yeah,
I mean, not that I don't know
look,
anything about him. I know some stuff about him, but like Swamp Thing, I never like. He feels like more like a force of nature than like a hero.
Okay,
And I haven't like seen him do stuff like personally. I also don't hunt for Swamp Things.
he's like for me, he's like a Captain Planet. It's just that he's in the DC universe.
Even
You know what I mean?
worse. Oh God.
I guess so, yeah. But
No,
I mean,
it's
again,
not that
like
big as
I've never really gravitated. I don't really gravitate to like OP characters in the first place, anyway. But like I've barely read. Like I've read like a little bit of Swamp Thing. Like I know some of his origin. I know that he had a white. I know he was chasing like this white woman or whatever around for a bit, and she was like, and she was. They were like swimming
What?
through the swamp together or
That sounds so
something.
wrong.
You're was chasing a white woman.
You know,
I just know that I think maybe it was his wife when he was human or something. I don't know. I just know there was this blonde lady that was with him at some stage,
It
and
was a white woman.
yeah,
Yeah, we need to send this clip to Dr. Umar.
yeah. Well, I mean, he's green. Is Umar gonna care? Or is this
We
a
need to
Piccolo?
stay
Or
focused, brothers.
is this a Piccolo situation where he's black underneath the green?
you know.
We need to stay focused, my brothers.
All right. So
I
guys,
No,
beg your
I was
Dragon
gonna
Ball.
say,
I beg your Dragon Ball.
as I was gonna say, I remember the cartoon, but vaguely,
yeah.
because it was also 19 foot sec when I watched it.
Mhm.
But besides that, there hasn't been really anything to give him this. Oh, first of all, to just put him in the top 50, I don't think there's enough literature, or let me say, there's not enough hype for like someone who doesn't know of him. You wouldn't know him. Like I barely know him, and I
Yeah.
only know him
Like if
because
you cosplayed bra at Comic Con, people were gonna say, "Yo, it's Groot." Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also, but I would say watch the Netflix series, but the problem is it's actually good, so you'll be pissed off that they canceled it, so don't watch it.
Wow.
Is
Yeah.
it Netflix? I think it's HBO, isn't it?
Was it whatever it is, don't watch it because it was actually good. I freaking enjoyed it and I was pissed off when they canceled it. If I had money, I would have gone to America and beat up the person who
Sure.
I would have slapped the person who canceled it.
I
Like
can imagine.
no, look, comic adaptations are always they hit and miss, but mostly miss because they just go their own way and do
Yeah.
their own thing.
And
This one,
they tried to cut
if you know the story, you'll enjoy it. If you don't know the story, you'll enjoy it. Like I just felt like it was so good because I also just did a bit of research on it when it came out. I was like, hey, let me see who's the Swamp Thing guy like that because I barely remembered the cartoon series. So I just checked it out and what they did from the source material that I read, well, just the summary of it and what they did in the series, it was brilliant. It was like that. That's the type of thing that deserves 1 or 4 or 5 seasons if they kept it at the same quality minimum.
But do you think they would have had a lot of enough budget for CGI, or was it a practical makeup situation, or was it?
It wasn't. Look. There wasn't even a lot of fights, so there
Oh.
wasn't gonna be a lot of CGI needed because it was very drama and emotion driven. So it
Yeah,
was
like
very
what I
built,
know
but
about
also
this. Yeah, what
also
I
it was
know.
built
Oh,
up.
sorry. Go ahead.
It was
Go
building
ahead.
up. So it wasn't at that stage where he gets his powers. Like it wasn't Johnny Storm. First episode, he gets his powers, and then because he's Johnny Storm, he's using his powers every 2 seconds because he's Johnny Storm. He's hyperactive and everything.
Yeah.
And then later on, he calms down and now like the first 4 episodes use all the CGI budget, and then the next let's say it's a 10 episode thing, and then the next 9 episodes are him. It's his growth into his powers, and then the last episode they use the CGI, whatever's left of the CGI budget type of thing.
But
it wasn't that kind of show.
Just showing him on screen, wouldn't that be CGI?
I think it was. I'm not sure if it was CGI.
I'm saying like what I know about the Swamp Thing is that he's kind of like he only like Captain Planet, except he doesn't bitch out to like plastic cups or whatever. But like so basically he'll only show up when
You're in his area.
when you're doing something in his area, then he'll show up and he'll be like boo, or he'll scare you off or something if you're messing with the green and nature and all of that stuff, and then he like retreats back to the forest to look at the sunset. I don't know. Like the thing is, that's what I know about this character. Is like I don't think he's heavily active in the DC universe unless you're dealing with the green or whatever. Like Swamp Thing, I know from what I know, and I know very little, is bro will like watch a robber just run away. He's not gonna like like Batman will be chasing a robber, and if Swamp Thing is there, Swamp Thing won't even trip that man. He'll just go back to the forest or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless the robber breaks a branch, then he'll knock him out.
So
Let me t-
29 is too high. That is
He should even
too
be on the
high.
list, honestly.
Let me just, I'll summarize it in two things. The other person who wrote this list is either an old bitter old bitter hippie from the boomer period who used to stick it to the man, and this is like the last vestiges of his youth. Because dear Lord, you guys are busy talking about this
You
comic.
can't dig it, man. You don't know how to get groovy.
Oh, God. You guys are talking about that show, that animated series, like it was good. That thing was so boring.
It was not bad, Devil.
Oh God, no! I mean, right now the theme song is echoing in my head, and it's
Swamp
making me.
Thing.
Oh no! Oh God, you make my heart.
Wait, did James
God.
Brown did James Brown do the music?
Maybe like
Get up out to
No,
that
more like
swamp
Steven Ty-
and try to make it
more like
better.
Steven Tyler,
Get
bro.
up out that
More like
swamp.
Steven- more like
You know
Steven
what?
Tyler.
I'm gonna look for the thing for the theme song because I wanna see what Develo's crying about.
Anyway, all right, on to the next
Yeah,
one, gents.
so guys, no, I just wanted to highlight quickly that
Alright.
it doesn't deserve to be here. It's very this characterizations is look, guys, he may like the green and everything. Captain Planet would have been a better choice for this, in my opinion, if there was a comic. In fact, I'm gonna play the Captain Planet theme song in my head, just to delete this annoying nonsense that's echoing
Captain
right now.
Planet, he's a hero. Gonna turn pollution
It's
down
down
to
Down to
zero.
zero.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Much better. There it is. There it is. The power is yours. There. Thank you. Flying to the horizon. Okay, yeah, so no, he
My
doesn't
only
deserve to
question
be
with that is that why didn't they just summon that guy every time?
higher than Hal Jordan. You know what I'd appreciate about this
That's insane.
um, w- uh, what I'd appreciate about this article is that I like a part where it gives us a little more context as to why you'd rank these people so high. What cultural impact did this character have that you'd put him in such a position greater than others?
The comics are quite good, apparently. Like the stuff that Alan Moore wrote was really good. It's
No,
just
I mean, yeah, that's great. But Alan Moore also wrote Superman and Batman.
yeah.
So I'm just like,
Watchmen.
to me, you gotta have like Empire. Like, there's gotta be some cultural relevance up here.
Yeah.
Like I know way more about Emma Frost than I know about Swamp Thing, and I'm like, yeah, Swamp Thing. I know he's got fans, but if we're talking about like he's got like appeal, like if we're talking about like they're gonna be selling Funko Pops, I don't think suppliers are going, yo, we need that Swamp Thing Funko Pop. Like,
True that.
yeah, like maybe when James Gunn comes around and the DCU starts doing things, I know he's gonna touch Swamp Thing and want to make Swamp Thing new hotness. But outside of that, we can move on to the next guy.